The two stuck guys?
Here, make it friendly.
That's pretty friendly.
He bets in the dark, too. I love these guys.
This is good. Flop, it's a king 10-9.
Caldo, firing out blind, actually makes top pair, but his opponent flops two pair.
It's 1 and 2 for the blinds, and then the straddle of 400. That straddle is a live blind. When it comes back around to them, they can repop it. It's been raised by Kristen and re-raised by Brandon here up to 4,000.
Yeah, Kristen's kind of splashing around here, opening in 9-8 offsuit. Joe calls his 8-7 suited, Brandon 3-bets, and James Calderaro cold calls the 3-bet with 5-3 suited. I like the hand Brandon chose to 3-bet, but I do think he needs to go a little bigger in this game. You see everyone coming along with 5-3 suited, 8-7 suited, so 3 ways to this flop. All of our players are suited. And an interesting flop for Joe and Brandon. Pair and a gut shot for Joe, nut flush draw for Brandon, and he wants to follow through with a bet of 5,000.
Caldo goes out.
Joe says, yeah, that's the right price for my hand, I call. Turn is a 10 of clubs. Don't think I like a bet from Brandon here. That card really helps Joe's range, and when you're the 3-better, you're kind of representing the bigger cards, not so much the middling ones. Brandon decides to fire here for 12-7. Joe, with his pair and gut shot, might get sticky with all these draws out. Yes, he will. Brandon gonna need to fire a third barrel if he wants Joe to fold that 7.
Let's see what happens. It's a 9. That's beautiful for Joe. Hitting a straight now.
Hopefully with both the 4 straight and backdoor flush coming in, Brandon knows to check back here and just give up on his bluff.
Yeah, that would be a nightmare if you should bet.
I give up.
That's a good give up from Brandon there. A lot of guys get desperate, try and bluff their way out of that one, and it really would have backfired.
I'm assuming that was a check.
Huh?
That was a check. I assume. You said I give up. It's in the table. It's all good.
God, I thought you had pocket ace. I didn't put it on there. Why did you call it to me? Nice one. Kill me, like.
So Joe wins his first bigger pot of his appearance at the WPT cash game.
26 years old, lives in a suburb of Philadelphia.
Biggest Philly sports fan I know. Most of his tweets are about Philadelphia sports team or hating on one of their opponents.
But thank you. No problem. I just want.
We got a few folds. And now Ben calling and Jackie Wang also calling.
I like this raise from Caldo. He's in the straddle and applies pressure to 2 players who are out of position against him.
You probably want to fold this one. Yeah. Let me take him on.
I'm just very determined to beat you, but I'm stretching.
Ben Lamb said at the top of the show he wants to try and get in a big pot with Caldo, but he doesn't really have much here.
Go ahead.
Weird check from Caldo. That's a great flop for him to bet with his hand.
Just got better. Now he has a 4 flush. Ben has to let it go.
Hope you had a set.
I did. I flopped the set.
Good.
Caldo shows every hand.
Kind of.
It's like so crazy.
I barely had that beat.
He reads me like a violin. Ben knows he loves it. It's gonna be one big. He's just gonna stack me in one big pot.
I hope so. That'll be sweet.
And if I want to give it to anybody, it's gonna be you.
I appreciate that, dude.
He's being grumpy. Brandon's grumpy as all night. He's not even.
I think for good reason, though.
You're grumpy for a good reason?
Yeah, my restaurant had a big fire tonight. That's kind of a big deal.
What do you say?
His restaurant, the fire. A fire at his restaurant.
A fire? Yeah. So he should be happy. Insurance money's like ridiculous.
I just built it 4 months ago. 2 years in making it.
All the money he just
Opened up
made
4
again.
months
He's
ago.
mad again. All the money he made.
There's no money.
I like needling cattle. This probably isn't the time.
How much?
1,400.
Me, my sweet pea?
You can beat me in the pot if you want. That's fair.
I'll join.
I guess that's also fair.
So 3 players going to the flop, all of them suited, and Joe McKeon flopped the flush while Calderaro flops a straight. This could be a disaster for Caldo.
Check.
Wow, wow, wow. Absolute cold deck right here.
Oh my God, why couldn't you be the other one?
Caldo mumbling about, why couldn't it be 10-6 of diamonds? I'd have a straight flush.
Joe's going to bet 36. Caldo on the ropes here.
It's a very weird thing to say out loud because you tell your opponents, I got something good, but not that good.
Pair it up for my little pumpkin.
And a 3. Big flush by Joe. Let's see if he keeps pushing ahead.
He checks.
Me check or you check?
No, I check, but I know you check.
I'm not gonna do that.
You're not gonna check?
Yeah, I can't let you get there for free.
How much did he bet? 11,000?
And I love this sizing from McKeon. He basically bets full pot.
Caldo thought he was in front, and he's trying to induce a bet by Joe by saying he checks.
Probably draw him dead.
He seems to know that something's wrong here. He's like, I'm probably drawing dead, call.
I'm drawing dead. Wait, here's money. Thanks, buddy. Appreciate it.
Check, honey.
Here we go. Queen just not good for Caldo.
Another nice looking card for Joe. Doesn't really change that much about the texture of the board, so again, if I am him, I'm betting big. Caldo hates folding. You have a really strong hand on a board where your opponent's not going to get to the river with that many hands that can't call a third barrel unless it's like an easy snap fold.
Oh, that's big. 30,000.
Joe, what kind of hand do you have? He's not talking to me. Got a big bet.
What do you have?
I got a straight. Joe! Talk to me, kid. I flopped it straight. Blows. There's 2 hearts, 3 diamonds, no? Is that correct?
Joe has played this hand very well. Of course, it's just a cooler in his favor, but he's made sure he got the maximum out of Caldo.
How much is that? 30. Yeah, it's cool.
Devastating blow for Caldo.
Caldo, with an unfortunate cooler. Play online poker for real cash and prizes at WPT Global. Sign up for free today using bonus code YT26 and get a free entry into a $100,000 guaranteed tournament.
All right, Ben Lamb this time with Queen, 5 of hearts. Folds it. Jackie Wang hasn't played too many pots lately, also going out. Now Caldo. He'll play anything and everything. 6-5, and he's going to make it 1,400 to go. Joe with a pair of 6s.
Oh, I
Makes the
get
call.
the very, very, very worst hand. I'm still playing. Ben, will you verify that's the very worst hand?
Hold on, let me see.
I hope it don't come 7-2 too.
Well, it's not the very worst hand.
I'm not gonna tell everyone right now, but after the hand, I'll verify.
Check.
And we get a 10-8-4-2 heart flop.
So I have a chance.
And everyone checks. Now a 3.
Caldo is open-ended now. Brandon with bottom pair, and Joe, feeling pretty good about his 6s, is in the lead. He bets 3,200. And what is Brandon doing here? He's gonna raise? Oh man. If you make a play like this, you should have outs to nut hands like clubs, straights, hearts.
I'm glad little bitch is smiling now. It's so cute.
It's a good turn for me, is all I can say, Caldo.
This is not your normal game, though.
Yeah, this is
just
not a normal game.
It's just not, and they all kind of know it, so
And this is yikes. Oh boy.
12-3, James.
Joe not going to play.
Oh wow, that is such a sweet card for Brandon. I mean, he was bluffing on the turn, he gets a dream card on the river.
Check.
And I love this check from Brandon because I think he correctly guessed that James was on a draw, and he needs him to try and bluff to get more money.
I check.
2 pair.
Nicely played hand.
Oh, I had that beat.
Nicely played hand.
You're in line. It was a good turn for you.
Folded a better hand than that.
Stop. I did. Well, on the turn, not on the river. Stop. I had a pair of 3s beat when I bet. Stop. Come on, I bet. I had to have a pair of 3s bet. It was a good bluff.
Yeah, it was. I should have did what I wanted though, but
I told you, this is probably the worst I've ever played in my life. And I can't quit. It's like I'm doing crack and I can't quit. Even though I've never done crack, I'm thinking it'd be something like this.
Jackie, ace 10. Makes it 1,300 to go. Caldo looks down at a 6-5. That's a big hand for him. And he will call it.
Brandon now with ace jack of spades.
$43.
Gonna 3-bet.
I have better than Jack 3 offsuit this time.
Ben takes a break. Back on Jackie. And he has a lot of chips. He's way up in this game. Can afford to fold, and that's exactly what he's doing.
Stick it all in there. Let's just run it.
No, I'm gonna pop your ass one piece at a time.
Interesting flop for both players. Top pair for Brandon, bottom pair for Caldo.
3?
So 3,000 is quickly called from Caldo.
James on the wrong side of this so far. 8 on the turn.
Check.
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 Hey,
Not
check.
a fan of that check from Brandon. You got a calling station and top pair. Keep betting.
Pair of jacks.
We see a bunch of folds, and now Jackie with 10-6 just calling. Caldo, who is just getting beaten up here tonight, also calling. Kristen says, I'm fine.
How much I have? You have 100? Right now? How much you up? More.
And a flop of a queen, 4 deuce, 2 diamonds. Good for Kristen for a 4 flush. And Caldo out in front with queens. And Caldo will bet it 1,000. Kristen calls it. Going to the turn. Can Kristen hit the flush here?
Sure can.
Oh boy, look at that. Ace of diamonds.
Well, that is a bad looking card for Caldo, but he's gonna bet out 2,000. And if I'm Kristen, I think I just raise against someone as sticky as Caldo. It does make your hand kind of face up, but I'm not sure it really matters. She likes to call. That works too.
Wants to walk the dog a little bit. And that's just very nice for her. 3.
Eh, 5,000 looks good. If I'm Caldo, I would rather raise than call. I just don't. Yeah, there we go. Fold looks good too, of course.
Kristen has tiptoed around this table.
Nice river. Like the river?
At the river. I hated that river, yeah.
That's it. It's tilt mode.
Tilt mode has been announced.
I'm past tilt mode, I think.
Caldo about to go into sicko mode.
Yeah, he's got about 72,000 cash left. He's got to be frustrated. Brandon also frustrated this evening. Can't make things work. He's one of the bigger losers at the table as well. But this time he's made it 1,400 with a jack 6 of clubs.
Jackie in the big. Will call, and Caldo in the straddle will also call. So 3 players to this flop. Ace, queen, 3, 2 spades. So Jackie with top pair. Brandon gonna take a stab here. He's had some weird continuation betting tendencies. He's betting some boards that aren't really great for him and checking some boards that he should be betting. So here, he gets himself in a little trouble betting a hand with no equity. And Jackie makes the call with top pair, leading to the 9 of diamonds on the turn.
To go check, check. Aces and 5s now for Jackie. Nothing for Brandon. And Jackie, the big winner here tonight, has become very selective on starting hands, and now he's going to try to get some value, but we know Brandon has nothing here, so laying that down.
Joe now, the ace 5 of diamonds, makes it 1,400. Brandon makes the call with the king 8 of hearts. And we are heads up going to the flop. And it is 10-7-5 all hearts. Brandon flops the second nuts.
Oh boy, show tune's going off in his head.
Surprising bet from Joe. You're really supposed to check these low monotone boards out of position at a very high frequency, and I feel like Joe would know that, but he elects to stab. Brandon calls.
And now Joe hitting aces and 5s. Brandon's sitting there with the flush.
This is a good bet from Joe. Brandon can have a lot of hands that are still drawing, or, you know, a 10 that's gonna peel once more. But with his flush, he will raise to 17-7. And Joe, not ready to go away. He's gonna make this call and needs to improve with an ace or a 5 to win this hand.
It's a 4.
27-7.
Brandon, acting very quickly and confidently, may have betrayed a little bit of his strength.
Yeah, that was kind of a weird quick bet.
Good fold from Joe there.
Finally got a bluff through.
Play online poker for real cash and prizes at WPT Global. Sign up for free today using bonus code YT26 and get a free entry into a $100,000 guaranteed tournament.
Brandon is going to call it. Ben Lamb folding. Jackie Wang calling. Caldo makes it 2,100.
Oh, I thought I called.
Gotta fold that one.
It's 2,100.
Desperation time.
Getting festive in here.
You get stuck enough, all of a sudden everything looks decent.
Jackie, nope.
The 2 stuck guys? The 2 stuck guys?
Here, make it friendly.
That's pretty friendly.
He bets in the dark, too. I love these guys.
This is good. Flop, it's a king 10-9.
Caldo, firing out blind, actually makes top pair, but his opponent flops 2 pair.
$17-7.
17-7.
Caldo with an instant call, not going anywhere.
You got 2 aces, James?
Not that likely anymore. Much harder to have 2 aces now. And whoa, what is that check?
Well, he must think that he had some ace something in there.
All right, now we'll bet.
2 pair.
What? I don't know what to say about that one, Vince.
God, what run out for me. Run out, huh? Jesus Christ. Oh, yeah, aces.
I had 2 aces. You're right.
That was wrong, but I would have folded.
But I had 2 aces. But you had 2 pair.
You had pocket aces. I thought you had aces the way you played that. Or ace king was your worst, second worst.
And this kind of demonstrates the problem with putting your opponents on exact hands and not ranges, because you're often going to guess wrong when you play the exact hand game, and then you cost yourself money.
Caldo, this time he's going to make it 1,500 to go. Kristen, she'll move it up to 5,200 with an ace-9.
Even though these medium offsuit aces aren't the best hands to 3-bet when you're really deep, if you're up against an opponent who's raising like 70% of hands, you can't go wrong doing this kind of stuff.
Flop is an 8-8-3.
3,500 from Kristen is all we need to end this hand. Caldo drops his 7-6. So a nice adjustment from Kristen there, using a hand that she typically wouldn't use as one of her 3-bets, but attacking a player who has loosened up far too much.
Oh, it's already on me, sorry.
Fold fast, man.
I like that.
And
So
now
I
on to Brandon, making it 1,400 with an ace-deuce of diamonds.
Yeah, ace 1.
Call from Jackie and his deuces.
King 8 hearts.
Caldo 3-bets 10-8 suited. Yeah, I think this is some tilt from Caldo showing, but I actually like the hand that he squeezed 3-betting with, but his image, he just doesn't really get folds.
Made it 5,200. And let's see this flop. Ace-5-3.
Massive flop for Brandon. Not a bad flop for Caldo to take a little shot at.
Jackie checked.
We know it will backfire, but I think as the pre-flop 3-better, you do want to follow through on these ace-rag-rag flops, especially when you have a backdoor flush draw, and Brandon should just call. No. You want to give your opponent with almost no equity a chance to bluff off his stack. You're not going to get him to fold an ace, so you're just going to get the money bad in against that.
I ain't got so it's just... Your little face over there, have fun like you raised something big or something like you're bluffing me.
I'm not bluffing you. I noticed you got one. I noticed you have one move there.
Huh? Say something?
Said you only got one move there. It's either jam or fold.
Tonight, Brandon's getting really pissed. You gotta go faster.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
That's funny.
What the hell was that?
I know.
You make a mistake? Give her a chance to go back. Yeah, I rushed her. That's not right.
Make it more than I meant to make it.
Kristen accidentally limped here instead of raised.
That's fair. Got him. Let's go.
Joe obliged by raising for her on the button, and we get a heads-up flop of Jack, 8-4, 2 clubs. Joe will bet. Kristen with a close decision here between call and fold. She would definitely call with a club in her hand. Without, it's kind of close, but she's going to make this call. Another 8 on the turn, but also a third club. I would think Joe will check behind. That's a pretty bad card for his range and a good one for hers, so he does indeed. And an inconsequential deuce on the river. One more check from Kristen. Joe should be bluffing some here, but I think he wants to be a little lower in his range, like queen 10, queen 9, 9, 10 kind of hands. If we are bluffing all of our king highs, it might be a little too frequently against an opponent who's going to have a lot of jacks, some 8s, some clubs, but you know, Joe can't win at showdown, so this can't be a bad idea by any means.
13-5. Tough call.
Yeah, very tough call for Kristen.
She's been stubborn throughout. The good thing about it, she doesn't make any rash decisions. She's got a tough one right here, whether to call or not.
Well, Brandon said he wants this game to move quicker, but Kristen, with a tough decision here, is going to need a moment to think it over.
And makes the good call. Very nicely done. She caught Joe bluffing on the river.
That was a monster strong call.